I just gotta, get better. Watch the tape. I'm sure we did wrong, correct it. Obviously 24-hour rule. You should be mad, should be upset. With the loss, and you got to come back and be 1-0 next week.
What do you think was the biggest issue defensively? If you're going to put your finger on one thing that has to be corrected, what was it?
I say missed tackles. It's kind of repetitive, but gotta wrap up, make tackles. And get guys on the ground. We can't allow the big gains. I think getting too many explosive runs. We got to stop that, contain that.
You mentioned it becoming repetitive, the missed tackles after the game. Frustrating is it for a defensive player to keep leaving the locker room saying the same thing after games?
Yeah, of course, but got to keep harping on it, and things got to change, and if, things don't change, you got to, keep moving, just move on.
Zach Taylor said he's looking for someone on the defense to step up and take control of this defense. Do you kind of sense that someone needs to do that?
Yeah, for sure. From the front end to the back end, anybody. So somebody needs to lead the team. Whether it's me, whether it's Gino, whether it's a rookie, whether it's BJ, whether it's TJ. Anybody can lead this team, and I think I got to understand that. As a defense, that somebody needs to step up, and say something. Maybe I'll change things a little bit.
You guys had such good feelings after beating the Steelers, and it felt like you saved the season. Now you leave here a week later, losing to the Jets. How do you dig yourself out of whatever it is you're feeling right now?
That's how NFL is. Every team's good. We got to come ready to play. Every week. Obviously Jets lost a lot of close games, and we knew they were a tough team. We knew we couldn't slouch, and we did that, and we lost. So like I said earlier, it's 24-hour rule. We got to focus on the Bears.
Did you feel like there was a lack of leadership on the defense? Do you feel like that's part of the problem?
I wouldn't say I feel like that, but obviously there's always more to be said. You can't never say too much. You always step up and say something. I feel like, I wouldn't say the energy and anything went down after the Steelers win. Obviously, you had some great practices, some great attention to detail, throughout the week. Just has to carry through, in the second half of games. You got to be better in the second half.
Are you surprised, Jordan, that 8 weeks into the season, some of the same problems are happening over and over?
Yeah, it's obviously a little surprising, but I feel like we go back to drawing boards. We correct one thing. We correct the missed tackles. I feel like we're in a great position. And get off the field on third down as well, and I feel like we'll be just fine.